On a foggy night, a man named Oliver rode his motorbike along a narrow road winding through the edge of a dense forest. The only light came from his headlamp, cutting through the fog, barely illuminating the path ahead. His gaze darted between the forest shadows, searching. Who knew what had led him here tonight? As he reached a narrow trail branching into the woods, Oliver stopped, his heart racing. After a moment of hesitation, he left the motorbike and stepped onto the trail, moving further into the darkness, guided by some unseen purpose. The path seemed endless, but after walking nearly a kilometer, he saw a faint glow ahead. A small hut, lit by the soft flicker of a kerosene lamp, stood like a beacon in the middle of the forest. Approaching the hut, Oliver called out, "Maya!" His voice echoed, but there was no response. He peered inside. It was empty. With a sigh, he sat on the steps, listening to the forest's quiet, wondering if he'd come all this way for nothing. Then, from the shadows, he heard the crunch of leaves and twigs nearby. He stood up, his pulse quickening, and turned toward the sound. A tall figure emerged, a woman, her long hair framing a strong, graceful face. As she stepped into the lamplight, he recognized her, his heart swelling with relief. "Maya," he called, his voice a mixture of hope and hesitation. The woman looked at him, her eyes widening in surprise and recognition. "Oliver," she asked, her voice soft but steady. They stood in silence for a moment before Oliver broke it, explaining why he had come. "Maya, it's time to come home. The case, it's closed. You're free." But Maya shook her head, her gaze drifting to the dark forest around them. "I can't leave, Oliver. I don't belong out there anymore." Oliver took a step closer, his voice gentle. "Our father, he's sick, Maya. He's been asking for you." Maya's resolve faltered, her stoic expression softening. After a moment's silence, she nodded, glancing back at the hut. "Let me gather my things." After packing her few belongings, Maya joined Oliver as they walked back through the forest. When they reached the road, Oliver handed her the keys to his motorbike with a smile. "You're driving," he said, with a playful smirk. With Maya at the handlebars and Oliver seated behind her, they rode off together into the night, the fog closing in behind them as if to seal away the past.